Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased technical analysis. So if that sounds good, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell. It would mean a lot to Uncle Charles, okay? Now, we had a very bullish week, about 5 green trading days in a row since last Thursday. But before we get too bullish, there is a bearish warning that I'd like to talk to you guys about, okay? But before we do that, let's check out this flow sentiment, which is bearish as always, filtered for 500k premiums or above, 74% in the puts, 26% in the call. So you were still seeing big money, still bearish to the downside, okay? Does big money people know something we don't know? I don't know. Or maybe they do know stuff that we know, but they are sure bearish, okay? So moving on to my Discord, this is where I write all my plans, my commentary, my trade ideas for the group, and I try my best to keep us all on the right side of the trade. Okay, so I have a bull case and a bear case. Okay, I write the bull case here. All right, I wrote this post around 7:41 a.m. yesterday. All right, that's the time. So when I wrote it, SPY was around 388, 389 in the pre-market. Okay, so I wrote bull case. 387.5 to 388 zone is first support. I will stay bullish if that level holds, but we'll look for calls if the 390 level clears. Targeted 392, 393, 395 to 396 zone, and so on. Okay, those levels did not get hit. All right, I wrote here also as part of the bull case. Keep in mind, clearing the 385.5 to 386 level triggered yesterday's up move, which is what we spoke about in the previous video. Okay. If SPY decides to pull back, this level must hold the lowest. You can try longing here, or you can enter calls. But I would rather enter if it clears a resistance. Okay, so pretty much the plan's always the same. Look for calls when a resistance clears. So it's important to know where the SPY is, and wherever the SPY's price is, we got to know what the immediate resistance and support levels are, okay? So the plan was look for calls when a resistance clears, or we can look for calls direct in the 385.5 to 386 zone, because that was what triggered Thursday's up move, okay? So think of it as the back test and go strategy, all right? Check the 15-minute chart here. You can see that SPY opened up with this green candle. It opened up testing the 387.5 to 388 zone as a resistance. So you can see when I wrote my plan, it was a support level because it was up here in the pre-market, but it opened below it. So it's always important to know where the levels are and trade accordingly. Okay, so that was resistant, and you can see that it rejected from resistant, but look how low it dropped. It dropped as low as 385.66, right into my support zone. So if you followed the plan and entered calls there, you can see that you would have had a very profitable day. However, I don't like buying direct off support. I'd rather buy when a resistance clears. I bought calls up here when 387.5 was cleared, rolled it up to 390, left a runner, saw this breakout of the 390, but got another false breakout. We had multiple false breakout of that 390 level. And back test and go false breakout, back test as a resistance, push down. I only played the bull side, but this was definitely a great move if you was a bear and you took it. All right, so it dropped below, nice level to level move, dropped below 387.5, but look, it recaptured the 388 level. I bought the recapture, played the false breakdown level to level, took profit around the 390 level again, left a small runner, and there we have another breakout, but then another false breakout to end the day. 390 was very tough for the S&P 500, but despite that, there was definitely bearish and bullish opportunities in this chop, okay? And I do think that SPY is ultimately chopping for more upside, okay? I could be wrong. I will switch to bearish if the 385.5 level fails, because I think the SPY right now is just chopping in a zone, which is around that zone, 385.5 to 390 level. Okay, that's the chop. I'm favoring it's gonna go up, more up, because we got this bear flag and we could fill it out more. So if SPY can actually clear 390, that would increase the probability of SPY going to test the resistant level of this bear flag. However, if we break below that range of 385.5, I think we will go back and test 380. Keep in mind the 380 level is based off my fib levels that I have from March 2020 low to January 2022 high. If you've been watching me for a while, I speak about this level a lot, and here it is. Okay, 380.2, around that range. Okay, so obviously that's the 38.2 retracement level. If SPY loses that level, first of all, if SPY loses 385.5 and break down the chop range, I'm gonna favor we go test 380 again. If 380 fails by next week, keep in mind the breakdown level of this bear flag is aligning with the 380-ish level right now. Okay, which is also a previous low back in May 20th. Okay, so very critical level for multiple reasons. If we lose this level, guys, I would not be bullish. I will favor a test of the previous low down to 362-ish and possibly even lower than that. Okay, right now we still are in a range, 385.5 to 390 range, and we are basing, we're chopping, we're consolidating, and I think it favors the upside, but that is subject to change if a support is lost. Now, the bearish warning is this, though. Go to the weekly. Take out the bear flag real quick, okay? What I want you guys to pay attention to is the candles, the green candles. We have not had a 2 week in a row green week since March. Before that was in January, okay? You can see here, green week, then even higher green week, and then red week. Green week, even higher green week, chop week, because this week did close lower than this week's candle, and then, as you can see, down to new lows. 1 week of green, red week, red week. 1 week of green, red week. Are you guys understand what I'm going with this? We had a green week, guys. Here's the green week. We have not had 2 green weeks in a row since March. Can we get the second green week next week? Okay? The odds are that we don't. But we have to be very nimble. Okay, we got to be flexible and use the levels that Uncle Charles has given you to guide. Above 390, bullish. Below 385.5, I'm bearish down to 380. Below 380, I'm favoring some new lows or another leg down. Okay? Plain and simple, between 385.5 to 390, we're just chopping. That's just market noise. Use the levels to guide you. I got between that chop, 385.5, 387.5 to 388 zone, and then 390. Okay? You look for calls when a resistance clears. You look for puts when a support fails. Cut your loss if your trade is invalidated. That means if you enter a position off of support and then that support fails to hold, cut your loss. That's what Uncle Charles is, that's what Uncle Charles do. Now, the VIX gave us the breakdown of this triangle pattern, okay? Plain and simple. It's just looking bearish. As long as it continue to look bearish, the SPY has a chance to go up higher. Okay, the relief rally has a chance to continue. For me to be bullish on VIX, it simply needs to recapture this triangle pattern, which means it needs to get above 26.3, which put 27.59 back in play. Okay, plain and simple. Triple Q managed to hold that 23.6 retracement level from January 2020. That's March 2022 high down to June 16 low. Okay, it held it. Could have a potential double top here. So very critical that Triple Q clears that 296.7 level. If Triple Q continues to reject from that level and loses the 293.43 level, I will turn bearish. Double top in play, setup in play. Plus we're losing a critical support level. I would turn bearish, okay? So above 296.7, I would be bullish. Targeting 299-ish, 299.4-ish for the gap fill. And if that clears, we can go test 303.5, then 308.5. Dow Jones, it did show some follow through. It captured and cleared the 312.3-ish level on, July 7th. And yesterday, not much of an update, but it did manage to hold that level as a support. So keep it simple. As long as that level hold, I'm bullish up to the blue trend line, down trend line, okay? And if we can clear 317, that would be very bullish. We can clear this multi-month trend line and possibly put 324, 325 back in play, okay? But 312.3-ish fails, switch back to bearish. 305.5 to 303.5 back in play. Here's IWM. It cleared 174.35 a couple days ago. Yesterday, it held it as support. All right, so can't get bearish until that level is failed. Only bearish below 174.35. As long as it holds 178, then 180.9 is, excuse me, 180.6 is still in play. Okay, so above 174.35, look for bullish trading ideas. If that fails, look for bearish positions, trading ideas. Okay, Tesla, welcome back, Tesla. Broke out that triangle pattern. The last video I covered Tesla was a few videos ago. We talked about this triangle pattern. If it breaks out, look for calls. All right, so as long as 739.6 hold, that's the breakout level of this triangle pattern, I am bullish. I think we go test 782.6s, and above that I got what do I got, 817, 818ish. Okay, that's his white downtrend line right here. Let's see if we can test that at the very least. Okay, obviously above that, if it breaks out, very bullish. Okay, so stay bullish on Tesla above let's just say 740. All right, below 740, that is a false breakout of the triangle pattern. Okay, pretty straightforward. And Apple, we got that breakout. Been talking about Apple, and Apple has continued to show follow through, getting very close to that 38.2 retracement level at 148.2ish. Obviously, if we can clear that, massive win for the bulls, and that will put 149.5ish, 152, and then 154 in play. Okay, I will switch back to bearish if 143.5 support fails. Okay, so guys, that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Remember my bearish warning. SPY hasn't had 2 green weeks in a row in a few months. Okay, and even if SPY does get 2 green weeks in a row, it hasn't had more than that since this bear trend, bear market started. Okay, guys, so just keep that in mind. Use the levels to guide you. Stay unbiased. Peace.